because you showed it. You showed it. Now here's what you all need to know. Heidi put this pin on with her showstopper necklace in the last set. People called and went out of their way to say, what is that pin and how can I get it?
Oh.
Over 30 of them were pre-selected and only 90 of them were made.
Oh my God.
So there's now only 60 remaining. It's 10% off for our Under the Sea event. It is that gorgeous, stunning design with multicolored crystals, with cabochon pieces, with Pacific opal looks and Caribbean blue opals and capris and indica lights.
How about that little earring that goes right back with it?
It's absolutely perfect. Now, the coordinating earrings you're going to see above, they're $10 off, and there's only 90 pair of those available.
Oh, my gosh.
They're only $59.95, my goodness.
Oh, how cute are they?
Start with this pin. This really is one of the most
Isn't that beautiful?
Exciting, dimensional, interesting pins I think I've ever seen from you.
Thank you so much, Brett. I absolutely think that this is, I think it might be the most stunning turtle that we've ever brought to HSN. All of those beautiful fancy cut stones, those ovals in the 8x6 size, which is a very, very tough size to get your hands on. We literally go into a portal on Swarovski Crystal, and we're able to acquire the stones by searching the world. We literally search the world to find these stones, to bring them to you. And, you know, and of course, when I'm designing, it's all important to be able to know that I might fall in love with it, but a lot of good that does me if I can't get the stones. So we do this entire global search to make sure that we can bring these fabulous collector's items to you. And when you open up your box and you see the beauty of this fabulous sea turtle, you can see here the color, the Pacific blue opal here, aquamarine, that wonderful tangerine topaz shade, which is so spectacular. But again, it is that balance of color. When I set every single one of these, and each one, you know, comes to me after I've set it, I'll take it out in every light. I'll bring it outside. I'll bring it in the, you know, in the back. I'll bring it in every room and make sure that that balance speaks to me. And of course, you know, Heidi, this one did.
Look at the look. We don't have 2 minutes left to offer this. We're trying to process through every single order that we've got. I'll give you a little heads up about the earrings, because if you love that color, if you love those like freestanding like individual discs, you could match them with these earrings. There's only about 60 pairs now remaining. They're $10 off, and they're on 3 flexible payments. So the earrings come home on Flex for $20. And talk about putting together a suite that doesn't feel like a matched suite that's just styled perfectly. It starts with the turtle pin. We are going to have to it's gone. It's sold out. If you're with us, do not hang up the phone. We've counted you in the ordering process. Heidi, this turtle you've really outdone yourself.
Isn't he adorable? But I love the way that Sonia just put him on that little handbag and completely transformed it.
So we're going to go to the earrings.